Travel-Memories YouTube show. I am Paul Stadden, the guy who asks questions. You can just look at me as the person who sits in an office somewhere and talks to people who actually know what they're doing. They're the, to use a cliche, boots on the ground. Well, HaveTravel-Memories are those boots on the ground, and they're going to take you to a lot of different grounds all over the world. You like that transition? That was a really good segue. Today, I am talking with Jodelle and Jason Haverfield. They are part of the family that is HaveTravel-Memories. So how's it going, guys?
Excellent. How you doing, Paul?
Great.
Doing fantastic, except there's a little bit of news that we're going to be talking about today that may impact some people's travel plans. Jodelle, usually you have good news for me. You don't have good news for me today, but maybe a little.
Oh, yes, I do. I have good news.
I know you have a lot of good news. We're going to start. We'll start with the news that's happening, and we're going to talk about what you guys actually can do about helping people get where they want to go.
Okay. Well, what Paul's referring to, of course, is that there won't be any more Alaska cruises for another year. So that will total about 2 years that there haven't been any Alaska cruises. And I know this breaks Jason's heart because that's his specialty, his favorite. He loves Alaska, but I know that a lot of people feel bad about it. I feel bad for Alaska as well as the cruise lines, but it is what it is. When the announcement was made, it even caught CLIA off guard. CLIA is the Cruise Line International Association. It's the go-to for travel advisors. It's where we get a lot of our accreditations and education. And so we look to CLIA for all the latest in information. And when CLIA says, wow, this caught us off guard, you know, it caught everybody off guard because we were expecting that this year we would be getting cruise ships back in the water. And we're still hoping that for the rest of our U.S. ports, we will get cruise ships back in the water. And I feel bad for Alaska as well as the ships that were planning to go to Alaska. My phone, I've had several text messages this morning from my clients that are booked on Alaska cruises. And I will be on the phone calling all of them and telling them, you know, what we're going to do at this point. But it is something we just have no control over right now, so we just have to go with it. But it's not all bad news because there's lots of ships that go around the world. They don't all go to Alaska, so there are other options. And I know that the cruise line industry is optimistic. They are not giving up. In fact, I did even hear one CEO of a cruise line say that they could probably even go another year without any passengers and be fine. The cruise line industry is on good footing financially, but they're planning cruises. They're moving towards sailing this year. Exactly when, we just don't know, but they are making plans. There's even new ships coming out. And one of the best things I have to say is about Regent Silver Seas, which announced they are one of the most luxurious cruise lines. They are absolutely fabulous. And they said that they did, for wave season, when they posted their world cruise, this is the first time they have ever sold out their world cruise. Now, I've never been on a world cruise. I hope that one day I can, but I have clients and friends that have. And I can tell you these world cruises are an average of 120 days. They range from $80,000 to $210,000, and they sold out. So that tells me that people want a cruise. And if they're willing to get on a cruise for 120 days, they're not very fearful about anything. They are ready to go. And I know that that other cruise lines have been sailing in other parts of the world, in parts of Asia and Greece. And Greece is getting ready to open up again. And they've had over 30,000 guests have been sailing, and they've been doing it fine. I think the cruise industry, from everything I have read, they are probably more prepared for anything. They have gone above and beyond the CDC's request. Their ships are probably safer than most homes, if not hospitals. I feel like if you can get on a plane and be shoulder to shoulder, and you think just a mask is going to save you and what they've done, then you should be extremely confident in getting on a cruise ship. They have done everything from embarkation through your sailing and disembarkation, and the reviews from travel agents that have sailed on these ships that are sailing, some of them have been sailing since August. Their reviews are absolutely excellent and very encouraging. And I think that the cruise industry's got very good days coming. And I would encourage you, if you've never been on a cruise or if you are a cruise lover, you need to get booked on a cruise. Start planning and get booked. They've got the most lenient cancellation policies that I've ever seen in my nearly 30 years experience in this industry. So I think it's important that if you want to go, get something booked, because they're going to start out with a lot less capacity, meaning they're going to sell out a lot quicker. So to get what you want, when you want, go ahead and get booked. You're going to get your money back if anything goes wrong. Nothing's at risk. So you may as well make your deposits, and especially during February's wave season, that's the time to go. So call us and we'll be happy to help you select something, give you all of the information that you need to protect you and to ensure a safe and wonderful vacation. We've got several trips already scheduled to go. Everything that we have canceled in 2020, we have moved over to 2021 and 2022, and one of them's in 2023. So we're still going, we're still working. Everything is still in order. All I can say is don't be afraid to put your money down on something, whether it's a tour or a cruise. Get something booked so you have something to look forward to. It makes everybody happier when we have something to look forward to. I'm always the happiest when I've got a trip or a cruise on the horizon. I can't wait to start packing again. Packing's always been something I personally hate, but I don't feel that way anymore. The next time I pack a suitcase, I am going to love every single minute of it. So if you go to our website, you can see some of our trips coming up. We've got everything from touring to visit the Pioneer Woman, the famous Food Network celebrity. She started out in 2006 homeschooling her kids and was just blogging about that. And one day she decided to share a recipe. And that recipe turned into a multi-million-dollar business for this mom of 4 kids working on an Oklahoma ranch. And now she's got this mercantile in Pawhuska, Oklahoma, and just a small town. And that mercantile is well worth going to. We're also going to go to Waco and see Magnolia, the fixer-upper people. We're going to make a trip there. There's all kinds of things that we're going to do on that trip. It is a motor coach, and it does go from Tallahassee through Destin and Fort Walton Beach and Pensacola. You're never on the bus for more than about 5 or 6 hours, but it's definitely a fun trip. So if you're wanting to go on a trip, but you just don't want to get on a cruise yet, or you can't get on a cruise yet, or whatever, there are amazing things to see in our own backyard. So this would be a fun trip. It's a great price. You can see all about it on our website. We've also got a cruise coming up on Celebrity. That one's in September. It's actually sails on my birthday, and I will be on that with my husband. We will be hosting that one. That's on our website too. You can see that. We've got Viking is going to start sailing on the Great Lakes. So they've got a Great Lakes Explorer cruise, and before that cruise takes place, we have put together a pre-cruise trip for 4 days. So from Chicago, there is this, where is it? It's Chicago, 4 days. Oh, I had it right here. Here it is. Chicago, Milwaukee. Sorry, I've got so many trips around my lap.
Right.
The Chicago, Milwaukee. It's 4 days. It's May 18th to 21st, and then Viking will start its Great Lakes Explorer cruise on the 21st. So this Chicago, Milwaukee tour, before you get on your cruise, it's a pre-cruise tour. Starts off in Chicago. You'll see the Blues Brothers, Frank Lloyd Wright. There's a guided tour there. You'll even get to see Laverne and Shirley's place. You all remember Laverne and Shirley back in the day. There's lots of things you're going to get to do on this cruise. There's Frank Lloyd Wright's Burnham Home. There's the Tommy Gunn's Garage Dinner Show. Just fun things that you can do. It's a reasonably priced trip. Chicago, I have toured Chicago, been there, loved it. It was far more beautiful than what I expected. I love Chicago lit up at night as well. We hit all the museums. We fully enjoyed Chicago. Jason loved their Chicago pizza. We had a great time there. So we have that trip. And then, like I said, we have a celebrity cruise coming up on February 17th that Dave and I will be hosting. We do have an Alaska cruise booked for 2022. Jason will be on that one, Jason and Jelaine. And one of our best trips coming up in 2022 that you could get booked on now, this is selling out quickly, is a Viking River cruise through the Danube. And it also includes Oprah Ammergau, which we know got canceled in 2020. And that's something you only see every 10 years, but they have graciously agreed to do it for us in 2022. So that river cruise on Viking is a lifetime experience. And then, of course, we also have our Israel trip coming up March 1st of next year. We are booking for that. So be sure you get a reservation on that. If you want more information, you can call us. You can see our YouTube all about Israel and hear from one of our experts. So get booked, because when you decide after everything's back to normal, oh, I think I'll go on a cruise, you're going to have a hard time finding what you want, because you've been beat out by people who went ahead and got it done when the prices were better. And honestly, I would rather be on one of the first ships out after things start opening up, because there's fewer people on the ship. And that is a plus too, and an experience to say I was on one of the first sailings out after COVID, and you can be telling everybody about your experience. So get booked, get ready to start packing and traveling again, go on cruises, tours. We do it all. We have vacation rentals, whatever you want. We can send you to Sandals. Right now, there's a lot in the Caribbean that is open. The Sandals resorts are open, beaches are open. So we can get you easily from Florida, where we are, or wherever you are, to the Turks and Caicos and Mexico and around the Caribbean, the Virgin Islands. So there are places you can go and things you can do, not to mention the amazing road trips and tours right in your own backyard. So call us, check out our Facebook, look for our YouTube videos, and we look forward to talking to you soon.
So we had mentioned that we are starting to plan some trips to Israel. So basically what happened is, a while back, I had started getting really interested in studying more about Israel and Jerusalem in particular, and was learning a lot about it. And then an opportunity came up for us to be introduced to a company called ETS that we've done a video on. And so we have partnered with them. And not only are we preparing a trip to Israel in 2022 in March, beforehand, Jelaine and I have already gone on and have gotten our accreditation. There's some testing that we have to do with this company. So we have done that. And we've also registered to take one of their FAM trips, which basically takes travel advisors and helps train us and helps us get the experience. So this December, we will have a chance to see with other travel advisors this Holy Land tour that we're going to do, which is Jerusalem, which is Capernaum, Galilee, the Dead Sea, Jericho, Bethlehem. It's an 8-day trip that we will be taking, and then we will have more of information, testimony, pictures that we will be sharing as we get the excitement out about the trip that we will do again in March of 2022. So very exciting. Israel is from what I've researched before, just such an incredible place to visit. People that visit Israel are so impressed by it, and their experience is so profound that they actually will go back. It's one country that has the highest return rate of travelers. They love it that much, and there's concern about is it safe and this and that, and it's extremely safe. We're going to be able to experience that firsthand. So Holy Land tours and trips to Israel is something that we are working on right now, and we are very excited about these trips that we'll be taking.
And Israel will be opening up in March. So we're expecting to be able to start doing these tours this year.
That's very cool. See, good news is always around the corner. I told you at the beginning that we would go from the bad news to the good news, or you told me that, Jodell, whatever. I'm going to take the credit for it. So if you're interested in booking a trip, if you're interested in creating those memories for yourself, it's very easy. Just go to HaveTravel-Memories.com. You can consult the experts, the Haverfields. They are a family who are also a travel agency. And it's kind of like that old Hair Club for Men commercial. They are their own clients. They take these kinds of trips all the time, so they know what they're talking about. Yeah, making it pretty easy on you. Now, one thing that we do want to make sure that you guys do is click below on that little subscribe button right there. And then, of course, that little bell that tells you when you get new videos coming into your feed. And when you like this video and we see those likes, that tells us that this is the kind of content that you want. So you can kind of direct where we go with this kind of stuff. Let us know what it is you want to see by clicking that like button. Let us know what you want to see when we make new videos, and we're going to make it really easy on you by tailoring this content to you. So make sure that you watch the future videos. We've got a lot of really cool, interesting stuff coming up, and make sure that you book your trip as well. All those links are going to be in the description below. Don't worry, I'm making it easy on you as well. So thank you so much, Jodell. Thank you, Jason. It's been a lot of fun, and I will see you guys next time.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Paul.
Appreciate it.
Bye.